Welcome back, everybody, to Synalytics Crypto. My name is Mike. Thank you for joining me here tonight. I appreciate you guys being in attendance for this video that we're going to talk about a couple things here today. Before we do, a couple things actually. Well, if you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Please do so. Hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it. Channel's growing, and I like to see it. We like to get good crypto content out there and news content and market updates as far as just overall broad economic terms. So hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down, whatever you like to do. Leave a comment. If you guys really want to help the channel, leave some comments. Let's get the algorithm triggered so we can get this video out there. And that's all I have to say. So second piece of news before we get into the actual news. This is really big news, actually, you guys. So the Synalytics Crypto channel, we have made a major upgrade here. So what is that upgrade? Well, it lies in this little tube of toilet paper here. If you guys watch this channel, you know that we're not so big fans of the $1 bill because it's the ultimate poop coin airdrop inflatable piece of paper. So what did we do, guys? We upgraded to the $20 bill. That's right. Out with the old, in with the new. We got a $20 bill here. Wow. So what's the difference between the $1 bill and the $20 bill? Let's take a look. Got a $1 bill here. It's got the shameless pyramid symbolism. If you look deeply into it, you'll see what it's really all about at the end of the day. But really, I mean, there's not much of a difference. We got, one dead president here. We've got a different dead president here. Trying to rack my brain over what's the difference between these two. Well, it's simply, I guess it's the difference between the 1 printed on here and the 20 printed on here. So essentially the same piece of paper. What gives this value is what I really want to know, because one of them says 20 and the other one says 1. So in essence, this is worth 20 of these, right? And in my mind, it's all just toilet paper. Let's put that back in its little permanent home there. Quick little lesson about economics, you guys. It's all about having faith in your investment. The reason why people hold US dollars is because it's backed by the US government. Unfortunately, the US government keeps printing more dollars, and they're not even printing more dollars. They're just pushing numbers on a screen, adding ones and zeros to people's bank accounts, throwing around trillions of dollars like it's no big deal, and then trying to impose taxes so that the people can pay essentially for the money that they're handing out to the people to keep the current economic system going. So look, if you're watching this channel, you're into crypto, right? Why are we into crypto? Well, because it's a hedge against inflation. It's the new way of storing wealth. Bitcoin is the new gold, and it's going to eventually end up having gold's market cap of over $10 trillion. And at that point, it's going to be extremely stable, and it's going to be less able to be manipulated by whales, governments, you name it, whatever. It's always going to be a peer-to-peer transaction. But that's why we're in crypto, guys, because those US dollars, they just keep printing dead presidents, and we'll add a couple zeros behind this one. Now you got $100, but essentially it's the same piece of paper. So anyways, rant over, you guys. I did want to talk to you a little bit about the health of the market, because we're holding pretty stable. Yesterday's video, we were at like 2.154 or something. The market cap's looking good. What's really looking good, and what's really just tickling my fancy right now, is the fact that Ethereum is getting to new all-time highs almost on a daily basis here. Now, while Bitcoin remains stagnant at about 55K, and it's bouncing around a little bit despite the FUD, throw those things out the window and you've got a pretty stable Bitcoin. So when that happens and you start to see Ethereum doing what it's doing, there's two things at play here. Number one, Ethereum is going to outpace Bitcoin in gains. And when this starts to trickle down into the altcoin space, you guys, we're getting ready for an altcoin boom. I know I've been saying that for a few weeks here, this and that, whatever. Altcoin booms take a while to gain momentum, and you really have to gauge what's going on in the overall crypto market to understand what's about to really come, because there's big news everywhere. And people do realize that, it starts from the top down, and it starts to trickle down and trickle down and trickle down. So everything from the big boys all the way down to your altcoin hidden gems. I think altcoin season is going to be really big. I think it's just really literally right around the corner. I don't know how much Uniswap V3 is going to play into it, but there's a lot of things working in the favor of the altcoins. So Really not much to discuss there. There's some big Cardano news. I'm going to probably make a separate video about that either later tonight or tomorrow. Couple things I want you guys to keep your eyes on as far as some of the big caps, because we know we do talk a lot about altcoins on this channel. And there's a few that I think are worth really keeping an eye on. I've been saying for a while that Chainlink's going to pop. Look, it's going to pop. It's just a matter of time. It's still coiling up. Chainlink's going to do big things, and all of the other oracles underneath it are actually going to do good things as well. Excuse me. People keep talking about Solana. I don't own any Solana. Gosh, I wish I did, but it's hard for me to pile into Solana when it's already the 15th ranked marked by market cap asset. So I'm going to be looking a little bit more into Solana to find out what's really going on with Solana. They're building a lot of projects. People are saying it's becoming an actual competitor to Ethereum with an ecosystem. And a lot of people are saying that some of these coins that are launching on Solana are going to do well as well. So I will be looking into that a little bit more. But there's one in particular that I've had my eye on that I actually did make a purchase of not too long ago. When it first came out, I got into it. And I'm glad I did, but I was on Binance, and so as an American citizen, I can't use Binance anymore. So I had to abandon the project essentially until it got listed on Binance US. At that point, I did pick up some Matic Polygon. Don't know why they changed to Polygon. They didn't need to. I actually really like the name Matic. It's kind of iconic in what it's doing. But the point of it, look at this. Look at that surge. I mean, when you're talking about the top 50, nobody's pulling 120% move other than Polygon. I'm just going to call it Matic because it's my channel and I can. They're doing really big things, you guys. They're integrating the Ethereum 2-layer solution platform. They are the front runner. They are the #1 project that's able to do that. Other projects are starting to team up and partner with Polygon. Look, this is a massive run up, okay? I am tempted to take some profits, and I might just do that, but I also might not, because originally when I did pile into Matic, I had a $1 target of when I was going to maybe sell a little bit, because it's kind of like the Cardano thing. Once you get into the dollar club, it's like a whole different mindset of investing. So once we approach that dollar sign, I think I'm going to take my initial investment off the board, and I'm going to be working with pure profit there. The thing is about Matic is I can see Matic actually being about a $10 billion revaluation, which is a little bit over a 2x from here. If they and Ethereum start working together and things start really rolling downhill, it's going to make big moves. So I'm my #1 coin in the top 50 right now is Matic. Even though it's had a massive run up, I'm holding. I'm expecting big things. I'd like to see a $1.50, maybe a $2 Matic here at some point during the early stages of this bull run. I've come out before and I've said I think we're about in the 4th inning. So these pullbacks that we've been having are actually pretty healthy. You can see that we're recovering. You can see that there's nowhere near the 50% or 80% drops that Bitcoin typically goes through. Look, we live in a different world now, you guys. It's not the way it was before. We've talked about this before on the channel, and I hope you guys do understand. There's no reason to be scared. There's no reason to have weak hands. There's no reason to be like Dave Portnoy, right? The ultimate. This guy, man. I could rant on this guy for hours. I just don't like the guy. Okay, not that you're ever going to see this video, dude. But Dave Portnoy, I don't like you. You're ridiculous, dude. You talk all this game. You're a big wig in the stock market, right? But then you come into crypto, you have no idea what you're doing. You buy, then you sell when it goes down because you can't handle the volatility. Then you say you're never going to buy it again. Then you have the balls to go out there and call out someone like Elon Musk, dude. You're a little jealous, dude. Look, Elon Musk, you wish you were Elon Musk, right? Okay, you can say whatever you want about Elon Musk selling his Bitcoin. He was testing liquidity, and that's what smart people do. You, sir, on the other hand, you don't know what you're doing. You buy a bunch of Dogecoin, which we're going to talk about in a second, because I have pretty strong opinions on Dogecoin. It's about time I finally made my voice heard on that. But guy comes out, buys Dogecoin, it drops, and he buys Bitcoin, and then he's saying he's never going to buy Bitcoin again, blah, blah, blah. Look, just, dude, you're not ready for the big leagues, dude. Go stick with the stonks, do what you do, and put your big boy pants on and go stay out there in left field, because we don't really need or care about your opinion. So enough about that, but just before we get into the rest of the news, let's take a look at this whole Polygon thing right here, right? Polygon transactions explode after DeFi expansion. So they are expanding in DeFi. They're getting deep into the Layer 2 solution with Ethereum. On-chain data shows that Polygon is catching up with competitors like Binance Smart Chain. Okay, Binance Smart Chain is a top dog. So anytime you're starting to head upwards like that, this is pretty much exactly what we're seeing. This rocket ship takeoff with Polygon, and I don't see it coming back down. It's not a pump and dump coin. A lot of investors are going to be piling into Matic because of what they're doing. So the key takeaway is Polygon is catching up to its main competitor, Binance Smart Chain, as the leading Ethereum bridge platform. Big time, guys, right there. Polygon's growth took off when the popular crypto lending platform Aave moved to the sidechain network. Aave on Polygon. Great partnership. We like. Other apps like Curve Finance, another big one, and MStable have also expanded Polygon and driven adoption to the network. Great stuff, you guys. I'm not going to read the whole article. It's just backing up what I'm saying. I mean, we're talking about big numbers here. We're talking about a project that is still growing. It is not shrinking. And in a bull market, yes, everything tends to do well. But before, this particular part of the bull run, I was always looking for those really, really small caps. But we're seeing some of the big and mid caps like totally explode. And I don't know where all this money's coming from, but new projects are coming to life and taking on a life of their own. They're forming their own base layers, and it's a good place to have your money parked in a spot where it's not going to just disappear overnight, or there's going to be no rug pulls or any of that weird stuff going on. So do your own research, you guys. I mean, everyone's heard of Matic. It's not like I'm uncovering anything new right now, but the growth is happening. Big things are going to continue to happen. I love what I'm seeing from Polygon. So next piece of news, Metamask. Ethereum wallet hits 5 million monthly users. 5 million. Okay, the crypto space is growing, you guys. Mass adoption is happening. Now, I realize that most people are in their little Coinbase bubble, but for those of us who understand what MetaMask is and what it brought to the table, what it allowed us to do, to see MetaMask growing like this is huge. And what is this huge for? People aren't using MetaMask to buy Bitcoin, right? You can do that on Coinbase. You can do that on virtually every single exchange out there, whether it's a SEX or a DEX. They all have Bitcoin. People are using MetaMask wallets to get into their Ethereum altcoins. So this is bullish news for the altcoin run that is coming. It's just good to know what's going on because MetaMask isn't for everybody. I remember the learning curve for me in MetaMask at first when I first tried to use it I was like, what's going on? This is so far out of bounds. But once you get comfortable with it and you get used to it, it's actually pretty easy. So we like to see this. This is good. Look at these charts. I mean, uptrend, guys, uptrend. We are on an uptrend. So, all right, this is the point of the conversation where you might not want to hear me rant. So if so, thank you for joining me for this video because I'm about to go on a Dogecoin rant. Dogecoin, Dogecoin, Doogie Digga, but Dogecoin. If you don't want to hear it, I don't blame you. So have a great night, and I'll talk to you later. But for the rest of you who are still around, I'm going to trash on Dogecoin because Dogecoin is trash, you guys. I mean, look at what's going on with the whole meme. I understand everyone's making all this money with meme coins like that, but that's not the point. That's not sound money. It's not the kind of investment that you want to make with money that you can't afford to lose, okay? Just because Dogecoin is going up, it's got all this celebrity endorsement, Mark Cuban, Elon himself, this person who I don't like as well. I don't. What's the deal? I don't get it. I mean, Elon's going on Saturday Night Live coming up here this week, and he's going to talk about Dogecoin. And so, it's going to pump, you guys. Dogecoin's going to pump. But what's going to happen when the bottom falls out? This is the kind of scary, risky investment where if you are in Dogecoin for the money and you've made money, congratulations to you. Good for you. Honestly, I want everybody to make money and do well. But, if you're piling in right now at the 30 cent or whatever it is market, I mean, I can't believe this project has a $40 billion market cap, which is what does give me faith for a lot of these other projects that I'm seeing that are actually doing things. $40 billion is achievable. It just takes momentum. It takes, unfortunately, celebrity plugs. But look, right now, Dogecoin is building a house of cards because until it's completely, ultimately legitimized, which could happen, I suppose. Tesla could come out tomorrow and say, hey, now we're accepting Dogecoin, which I think would be an absolute joke. It'd be ridiculous because it's kind of making a mockery of what Bitcoin actually is and what cryptocurrencies are really trying to do. This is stupid. If you're piling in right now at all-time highs and it goes up and you've doubled your money or, gosh, for God's sakes, tripled your money and Dogecoin ever gets to $1, please take your profits and put it in something more worthwhile, because this is the kind of thing, as they're building that house of cards, when it crashes, it's going to crash hard, because why not, right? It's just practically useless. I don't see any real life or any fundamentals in Dogecoin. If you want to have an argument with me, please do. I'm a nice guy. I'm not gonna go into it with you too much, but leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. I mean, a lot of people love it simply because they made a bunch of money on it, right? And that's good. But hopefully that money is gonna play the trickle down effect, and it'll start going into projects so we can keep actually healthy things going, and it'll be good for the overall community. I'm not going to read this article. I want nothing to do with this article. I want nothing to do with Ellen DeGeneres. I don't want anything to do with why somebody like Mark Cuban is... I mean, they must have made a pretty sizable investment in Dogecoin and wanted to pump it, and maybe, who knows, maybe it tickles their ego. Like, you know, sit back there in little offices, watch what I can do with just one tweet. You know, I can do things. I implore you guys to be careful, because this is just... It's a glass house, and eventually someone's going to start throwing stones. So it's all going to come coming down. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But hey, I'm just saying, you know, I like to give sound advice on here, and Dogecoin's not a sound investment. And I'd hate it if you guys took my advice. Don't take my advice, actually. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't take my advice. I'd hate to steer somebody away from investing in Dogecoin and the thing hits $1. But you know, even if it does, so what if you get a 3x out of it, right? Big deal. Right now in the crypto space, you can get a 3x out of almost anything other than like Bitcoin itself, you know? So look, the 3x is the 5x is the 10x, the 20 tier, the 50 tier coins, they're out there. They're out there. Why put your money in something that at best could maybe hit $1? And at that point, there's a lot of people who are going to be selling Dogecoin. So if that thing ever hits $1, I expect a massive plummet. You're so much better in things like Matic and Cardano and Ethereum. And it just, I mean, throw a dart at the board practically. I mean, look what VRA is about to do. Veracity, you guys. I made a Veracity video a long time ago, and they're holding pretty strong. They're doing pretty big things. And talk about something that's got a ways to go. Look at what Theta did for so long. It took Theta so long to make their layer and to build what they're doing, and all of a sudden now you look at Theta, it's a multi-billion-dollar project. I do see the possibility of VRA actually being a billion-dollar project, and then at that point getting momentum and becoming into the multi-billion-dollar range as well. So I am a big holder of VRA. I love it. I'm just using that as an example. There are so many good things to be into, you guys. Happy trading. Be smart with what you're doing. Don't get caught up in these TikTok trends and these, you know, Saturday Night Live. I mean, because it's artificial is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that it's artificial. And La Planta Corazon, you know, she told me, she's like, you know, stick with that project SPE, Save Planet Earth. You know, Save Planet Earth's doing some things, guys. We're talking about a company, a project that wants to get 1 billion trees planted worldwide. Wonderful. The celebrity endorsements that are about to come out with that are getting really, really, really big. I know they just listed on a new exchange. It's called Whitebit. I think they're really pushing for Hotbit as well. So I'm pretty active in the Telegram about that. There's been some pretty strong opinions about SPE. I'm even starting to see some of you guys kind of get into the whole global warming argument online. You guys can pretty much, you know, keep that between each other. We don't really need that on the channel. So it's just funny how a project can tote on the emotions of people, right? So anyways, enough said. This video is long enough, and I just appreciate you guys being here. That's all. You support me. I support you. Things are good. Happy trading. Peace.